Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video marks the beginning of the week number 81 in this road to 100k realized return challenge. And after being in the red for most of the pre-market trading and also in the beginning of the trading session, things have turned around and most indexes or all indexes are now in the green. Things have reversed mostly on the back of the tech that eventually dragged the entire market with it. And yeah, we are still waiting for the big highlights of this week, which are the employment report on Wednesday and then the CPI on Friday. Now, as things stands at the moment, when it comes to ARKK, there's nothing we could do. We still have this call that we sold, these three calls that we sold from last week, so this will remain as so until they mature, because for the most part, yeah, I don't see any reason for us to buy back this early unless it's very much far out of the money. And so we went ahead and we sold again two calls on the 266. Now, when the session started, when the session began, IWM was trading at around 265. So there was it was perfectly acceptable that we would sell some calls with a 267 or even a 268 strike price. But I decided against it, and of course now these calls are in the money, but which may seem that all right, probably we left some money on the table. But for me, the way we have our portfolio at the moment, it's very important that we get rid of these shares, because once we get rid of these shares, if ARKK doesn't recover, I want to try to lower the cost basis of ARKK, because it's really important that we also get rid of this. And once we get rid of all of these shares, we need really to start working towards lower the cost basis of our Q's shares if they don't recover in the meantime. Because as you can see, we are at this point, we are very much far out of the money when it comes to the calls that we want to sell, which are the 630 calls. Here we still have the order open. The order has not yet been filled, but still we are trying to fill the position with a very low premium, and I am going to try to see if we can extract some more premium out of this, which is going to be rather difficult, because the way things are at the moment, yeah, the stock is trading very far out of our cost basis, and so it will need a lot more work to get where we want them. And so if they remain at around this level for some time, it will be very good if we can use our buying power left from the sale of these shares to try to lower the cost basis. And because at this moment, with the premium that we are trying to collect, which as you saw was around 50 cents a share, I did some calculations here. Of course, this trade has not yet been filled, but even if we sell at 50 cents, we will only have an annualized profit of 5.79%, assume, of course, not counting with the commission that we have to pay, all right, and assuming we let these options expire at the end of the week. No, by the way, no concerns about the calls of IWM. If we let them expire at the end of this week, we will get quite a good return at around 60% annualized, so I'm not concerned with that. But for me, the main concern now is these Q's shares, which are taking a very, very long time for us to get rid of it, and they are basically dragging the performance of our portfolio. So this is something that we need to really take care as soon as possible, and that's why I'm willing to not or to not to put myself in a position of having a capital gain with the IWM shares or the ARKK shares for that matter, because we want to get our buying power back to start to work on these Q's shares. But yeah, it's going to be tough, but we will have to wait and see what happens, because the way things are at the moment in the market, any slip up in performance of companies, we still have Nvidia coming, which will be somewhat later this month, I believe. Let's see. Yes, so it's going to be on February 25th. So this will be the last Wednesday of the month. And so, yeah, this is going to be a big volatility event again. And again, we don't know what's going to happen, but let's hope that, yeah, we'll be able to get back our buying power and see if we can start doing something about this. Because if we manage to get our profitability, lower our cost basis to 627, maybe 626, it's going to be much better for us, because all our shares will start to get much more performance, and so yeah, this is what we are trying to achieve at this point. Now, the calls we want to buy currently are trading at 51, 52. I pushed the limit price to 54. Let's see. I'm hopeful that, yeah, we'll be able to fill out at around this level, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But for the time being, this is pretty much it. Yeah, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. I'm also available on LinkedIn in case you need to ask me any questions. And as always, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And we'll reconvene at the end of the week to see how the week played out. And yeah, I'll see you there.